To a Tree in Bloom by Hildegard Flanner. There is no silence lovelier than the one that flowers upon a flowering tree at night. There is no silence known beneath the sun that is so strange to bear, nor half so white. If I had all that silence in my heart, what yet unfinished heavens I could sing. My words lift up and tremble to depart, then die in air from too much uttering. It must have been beneath a tree like this an angel sought a girl in Galilee, while she looked up and pondered how the kiss of God had come with wings and mystery. It may be that a single petal fell, heavy with sorrow that it could not tell. About this poem, To a Tree in Bloom by Hildegard Flanner, appears in the anthology Poetry of Our Times, published in 1928 by Scott Forsman and Company, selected and edited by Sharon Brown of Brown University. The poem first appeared in Poetry, a magazine in verse, volume 23, number 6, in March of 1924.
That's right.
We're here.
The most enduring band in America, the BellRays, Bob and Lisa.
I agree with that statement. The
Hey,
most
Chris.
enduring band.
Yes.
For those that don't know where we're from Riverside, California. We've been doing what we do for over 30 years.
Mhm.
And we're pretty good at it. That's the other thing that we're not a mainstream thing. We do this because we must and because we love it. And that's why we keep on doing it.
It just keeps going and keeps growing. And one of the exciting things, I had gotten a note from Bob maybe a couple months ago that you guys were starting your own label. And you've always been very independent anyway, and sort of moved through different labels to distribute your stuff. But now you have your own label, and it's called Sweet G Records. What's that all about?
So first of all, we were very fortunate that I'll just go over this part of it, that we're really fortunate that we're a band that can actually create our own label with all of our own music, because we never signed away any of our licensing rights. We always maintained that. And we had somebody in our camp very early on, Mr. Tony Fate, that kind of made us think about that before he even played in the band. It was just one of those things that he brought up,
Right.
that we should think about doing. And I guess in the 90s, a lot of people were thinking about that, but not a lot of people held to it. And we did.
Yeah. You know, it might have been a different thing had somebody waved a bunch of cash in our face, but nobody ever did. So it wasn't a very hard decision to make most of the time. Like Lisa said, we're very fortunate that we have all of the stuff, and we have a lot of it. And now for it to be all in one spot is really cool. It's
super ease of use.
Yeah, it's fielding questions about, hey, where can I get a copy of this? Like, I don't know, here's the last address we had for this place in Schenectady somewhere, it's like, so, but now it's all here, we have it. And it's looking really cool. It's gonna be fun.
It doesn't just hold our BellRays catalog, it holds everything that we've ever done, under whatever name we've done it. And this is a process that I didn't know until I spoke to the guy who helped us get this going recently, that a lot of artists that have been holding on to their own stuff for years have been doing, is just kind of finding a home to keep all of their music and then have another entity kind of funnel, like basically work the label as a label needs to be worked, because we're busy working the band the way the band needs to be worked.
You know, we go way, way back, all three
Yeah.
of us, and the evolution of the music and the band way back to the Rose Thorns, to Bob and Lisa releases, to Lisa on the Lips, to all these different incarnations and iterations of of a quality music that's ever growing. To be able to, for people to kind of poke around and learn where you guys come from, I
Yeah.
think that's another added bonus, right?
To find out where we come from, and also to just know, hey, here's some stuff I haven't heard of that sounds great. Like, people think that only great music floats to the top. That's not the way that it works. It's the music with the most money behind it that usually floats to the top, so that a bunch of ears can hear it. And this is what was really cool about stuff in the DIY motion of things, is because that was the time of zines and people going and looking for things and digging for it, and kind of understanding that if you didn't have to look for it, maybe you didn't find anything. Like, maybe somebody's just kind of spoon feeding you information. That was when it was just about music. Now we're fast forward to now, where social media and everything about content and TV and streaming and all of these things are just kind of set up so that even if you go to your Facebook page, it really doesn't want you to think about what you're going to go and look for. It
Right.
wants to give you all these other options before that,
Right.
that it's proven are popular.
Right.
And that's not necessarily what somebody is looking for or needs in their life. And we
Exactly.
provide a lot of that with the music that we do.
Right. Well, it's sort of like the algorithm. If it doesn't fit the algorithm, they'll never find you. And I think it just flashed to my head. I remember one of my favorite songs Bob wrote years and years and years ago, Jackie. It's a really good song. And you could have it come out now. You could have it
Yes,
come
it
back
is
then,
timeless.
have
It
the
is
cassettes, have, all the different things. And it's like if you like this band, realize that the quality of what they did or their inspiration happened all the way along the line. And I think that that's what you guys, I mean, on one level, the business end of it, having that label it's going to work perfect for you. But just aesthetically, even the name Sweet G, when I was looking at it initially, I was thinking, well, what is this reference?
and that we've had a studio in an industrial complex here for years, and it's Sweet G.
Yeah.
SUITE, letter G.
Right.
And we were the ones that came up with the brilliant idea to call it that.
Nye from Conditions recorded in here one time, and he just came out, so, hey, how's it going in Sweet G? And that, it stuck there. We didn't use it for the longest time, but now that we're doing this label, it just seemed to be the perfect name.
It seemed the perfect name. And then we also had a co-signer on it. Our drummer kind of jumped in and said, I don't know, man, it seems like Sweet G would be the best name for it. And he had never heard us say that that's what we called it. But it's where most of the work that we've done over the years, where most of these recordings came from. If that all happened in the studio, that all of those things we were able to do in Sweet G before we even knew we were going to have a label.
It's having your own space. And I know where you are. I know where you're sitting right now. I know how you go into that space. And there is something about that place, that recording space. I remember, early Dangerous Thing, we're working on a version of Give It Away, and we had about 50 different angles at it. And then there was just something, man, I was playing organ, and then we were just all just locked in because of where we were. And we're all there together, and then just something popped, and it's just neat. It's a neat full circle thing to have you guys sitting here with a new label, and for it to be called Sweet G. It's it's a great circuitous wonderful path. I think it's wonderful.
It is, and it's really, there's something to, because that's an important thing that you brought up, of having these spaces that have energy that help push creativity. The energy was here because that's what we were focusing on.
Yeah,
we were focusing on that.
Having the space and the energy that Lisa's talking about. We've always had a practice space somewhere.
Yeah.
And early on, we realized all of our early recordings were all live recordings, live in the room at the same time. You know, if there was an overdub, it was like, you know, the only one on the record kind of thing. And so we just kind of realized early on that while we were practicing, we were leaving like all of these great versions of these tunes.
Oh yeah.
Just, you know, we would walk out of the room and they'd still be there. Nobody'd ever get to hear them. Nobody ever. So moving all the recording stuff just into whatever practice room work we had, we were able to, if we wanted to, we just hit record, and we knew technically how to record, but we weren't very good at it.
Meaning mics go here.
Yeah, you know what mic
goes in front of the thing with the speaker.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't any real nuanced thing, but we were still, if to put it all into context, we were never studio people. We were band people that were trying to just make everything work. After you have about 10,000 hours of even doing it poorly, you're kind of an expert.
Yeah. You start to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. And, you know, the whole concept of going into a studio is, you know, I think most people go into it with the realization that, okay, well, we're going to waste a lot of time doing a bunch of crap that is never going to see the light of day, and it should never see the light of day. Whereas, you know, here, oh no, we're practicing. Oh, and we happen to be recording it too. So nothing gets left by the wayside. It might be crap, but you know, it's at least it's our crap, and maybe we can, you know, maybe it's not.
But even that, we made our career with the putting this stuff on, you know, a box of $10 tape, like a $10 box of cassette tapes. Right. That we ended up dumping down to make a record out of. And it really just has to do with like whatever the energy is that you put on it. And those recordings, those masters were meant enough to us to hold on to still be a part of Sweet G.
Well, and again, that space, what folks, you know, probably don't know is how much you had to give up, literally, where you lived.
Oh yeah.
To move on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When we got this space, we got it right when we were having to make that choice about, are we going to stay with our regular lives, our other lives, with our jobs and our house that are comfortable, or are we going to go on the road? Because that was kind of the only option at that time. Go on the road and support this music.
We were getting the offers. You know, the opportunities were there, and it's like, okay, well.
And they hadn't been for a decade before, because the band had been going for a decade before we started getting these offers.
Sure.
So we start getting these offers, and keeping our old life and starting this new one was not attainable. So we had to choose between the two. And so we had to walk away from our house, walk away. I mean, this became the house.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is what's left of our old life, which is nothing. we dove in completely to this,
or everything. And I think that's what happened, is that choice and what you did and where you are today are based on those hard choices that, you know, that happen to people who are in music, who take it serious. It's not ever taken lightly. As proud about your label as you are, I think, because I knew you as kids, and literally as kids, and you know, to see where it's all evolved and all the music and the trajectory. Usually people are, you know, at this stage of 35 years into the career, they're usually on the down. They're usually heading down, where I just see, and I heard your single, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. that your music's going up, and I just feel good for you guys.
And that's really the only thing that we're on this planet to do, is to take care of ourselves so that we can follow that dream that makes us, happy. It's not this big other thing, and if for some reason you're not healthy, you need to get healthy so that you can follow your dream. It's all about that, and not all these other extraneous, make this much money, buy this thing, do this other stuff, listen to this one thing, go to this retreat. It's not about those things. It's about following what it is that you really want to do.
Yeah, it's a celebration. Your label is a celebration.
A celebration.
Now I fall down to the noise, down out the sound. I fall down until I can't tell you're around. I fall down. It's getting late to turn around. I fall down to have my feelings on the ground. Nous allons voir combien de temps vous allez résister. Yes, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here for you, here to do everything we need to move, to rock, to soul, to feel, to wow. Are you ready to make noise? Are you starting to say? Do you get so excited that you need something to break? I can give you the picture if you wanna get straight. I can give you the best thing. Take it before it's too late. Everybody, get up. We wanna have a good time. Everybody, get up. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Now you're starting to set some. Now you're starting to move. Oh, you got to open your mind, yeah. It's time to fit in the groove. You might be full of sin and frustration. We'll be all that back at the door. Wow! You gotta wanna live it all right now. Tomorrow might never. No, no, no. Wow! Everybody, if you wanna have a good time, you gotta get ready. Get on up if you wanna. If you don't, I can't help it. Hey, oh, oh. Bring your mama, bring your daddy, bring your home, bring your whole family. Let's have a party. Wow, let's have a good time. I can't get it. You gotta feel the pleasure. You gotta feel the pain. You gotta live in the movement. We may never get back again. Your job is never that important, and your work will never be done. Oh, you gotta wanna live it all right now. Tomorrow may never, ever, ever. Oh, everybody, this is your time. If you wanna have a good old, hey, have a good time. You gotta wanna keep it deep inside. You gotta want it, yeah, 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 yeah. Get on up, get on down, get on
Bill Bailey may be the luckiest night watchman in the world. For a few hours, he's got Woolworth all to himself. For wandering, browsing, fun shopping. There's always something new. What now? The Magnus chord organ. The only musical instrument that anyone can play in minutes. Even Bill, who can't read a note of music, will be playing hundreds of his favorites. Just follow the keyboard numbers and push the chord buttons here. He's onto it now. You know the whole Bailey family can have fun with this. Hey, what an idea for Bill Jr.'s birthday. At prices as low as $29.95, anyone can be talented. A Magnus organ is really music to your ears, especially on Woolworth's layaway plan.